I remember there was a time on the show when they said to you, what would you do, like, when you leave the show, if you won and stuff like that? Like, and I said, I'll just make things better for my family. And one of the female judges, the main female judges, was like, rolls her eyes like that.
Tell him, what I go on like mix up, got there. I ain't got time for your mix up, got there. What these boys wanna see my body?
Happy Pride Month. This video is sponsored by Osuga. We have the G-Spot vibrator and the Sonic Pulse standard vibrator. Now guys, I know you lot are mostly thinking what the hell is Gada doing with this, but you know I gotta plug my ladies, my main audience. And look at this sleek birdie vibrator. It comes in a charging case and the material is so smooth. The moustache-like buttons, the left-hand side is the vibration mode and the right-hand side is the suction mode. It goes up to 3 speeds, chow. It also comes with a dust bag and an instruction manual in case you forget how to use it. And it comes with a charging case so that when it dies, you can just plug it in and you're good to go. The packaging for these boxes, I'm not gonna lie, is so sleek and clean. I love an all white packaging. And when it comes to the sturdiness of the actual vibrator, it's in place. I love that. For the button instructions, on the left hand side we have the suction mode, on the right hand side we have the vibration mode, and again tap 3 times and it goes up to 3 suctions. And this is not only used for the down below, you can use this on your neck, on your arms, on your chest area, and in between your legs if you want to actually relax the muscle. All the information about these products will be in the description box below. So make sure you go into my description box and check out Osuga and check out these 2 amazing best sellers. Thank you guys for sponsoring this video.
Hi guys, hi.
Welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that don't actually know, me and Angel are actually very good friends. If you look on my channel from a year ago, we actually did a video together, basically talking about family. We kind of connect, we have a bond on toxic family. So we did a video about that a year ago, but we are here today because I want to talk to Angel about her life, her career, and obviously I did actually want her to do it on her own channel and for her to just do it on your, because I believe that certain topics, it's nice for it to be on your own channel, but she offered, and I'm just here to get whatever I can out of you so that not only I can understand your journey and others that watch me can also understand. So where do we begin? Like, okay, I've known Angel from the age of, from I was like 17.
And how old are you, how much years older are you than me?
Maybe is it 2 years?
I think so.
So we was doing a madness on the scene, on the gay scene.
Living it up.
Living our best lives. Unruly rebels.
Right. I've known you for a long time. You used to stay at my house quite often, do slumber parties, sleepovers. I think there's a video of us like singing on the train and literally. Yeah, I've known Daniel for so long, like very long. Like obviously me and him are quite similar. We like our own space and stuff. Like we rekindle when we need to. Like when we speak, it's just like
nothing's changed.
Do you know what I mean? Could be 3 months, probably like 4 months, 6 months. Phone, you're right, normal. So yeah, like yeah, man, we have good memories. Can't lie.
How is adulting for you?
Adulting itself has been quite challenging, I guess. Obviously, going through womanhood, them changes, finding where you want to go in life, career paths and stuff like that, moving out, losing friends, new friends, just, you know, sexuality, so much really. I could write a book, but I feel like today you're going to get all of that out of me. I trust you, so that's why I'm hearing it. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. For those of you that may not know, Angel is an LGBT sister.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. What would you identify as?
Pansexual, definitely pansexual. Obviously, I feel like when I came out, that was on Facebook as well. Yeah, I came out on Facebook. I did a video and I posted it. Like literally, I don't even know. I think it might still be up. I might have deleted it actually, but it was on Facebook. Yeah, I had my first ever boyfriend years ago, and basically there was no bad experience or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? I guess when you have your first love and stuff like that, that kind of hits hard. Do you know what I mean? So after that, I was approached on Facebook. You know, like Facebook was popping back then. MySpace, Bebo and all that was popping back then, but Facebook was popping, and I was moved to by a stud type of girl. But it was one of those ones where I didn't know that, well, I did know she was a female. I didn't know she was a female, but I was like, why are you trying to move to me as like a boy? Just be yourself. And because my mum never spoke about those things to me, it was kind of like, and I'm religious, but I'm not religious like that, if that makes sense. My mum has allowed me to kind of, you know, find my own beliefs and stuff like that. But I guess when I came out, she didn't expect it. She didn't expect it at all. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, oh, what? How do I do like? What was like? But how do I kind of like take this in? But going back to what I was saying, the girl was moving to me, and then.
So would you say you came out because you was kind of head over heels in love?
Do you know? No, I didn't come out. That's the thing.
Okay.
I didn't come out. So basically, how it happened was when the girl moved to me and everything like that. Me and her like stayed friends. Like I didn't mind it or anything like that. Like I said, my mum never spoke to me about these kind of things. So I was just like, cool. And then I was kind of introduced to a new world. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me see. Like I was going through my little heartbreak. It's like don't want to do it no more. But then I kind of like was introduced to something new. So yeah, and then it kind of stemmed from that. Like I was on a D-low, and then my sister snitched on me. My sister snitched on me and told my mum I was watching like Juice Box.
So explain the video then.
So basically, okay, Juice Box. If you don't know what Juice Box is, for the audience out there, Juice Box is a lesbian stripper. So. The girl who was moving to me, she was probably into those things. So she kind of showed me a whole different, you know. So I was kind of seeing like what kind of, because I was like, you look a bit masculine. That was so new to me. Do you know what I mean? So when I researched Juice Box and I was watching it, I was probably into it. Like I was all like, you know, Facebook, like LGBT, like groups and stuff like that. And then we was on BBM train. Like I didn't even know about those things. Someone added me to a train and then boom, I was anxiety on 10. But it was like I was open, very open, ready to receive.
It was new friends.
It was new. And
everybody was trying to just make friends.
Exactly.
It wasn't like a relationship thing, but everyone was trying to make friends.
And it wasn't forced.
Yeah, everyone was different as well.
So it was just like, wow, like this isn't like, you know, and I can't lie, some of the girls were very attractive and it was like making me move my head side to side. I was like, okay, like I can, not like, oh, I can see myself dating, but I wouldn't mind like seeing how
it pans out.
Do you know what I mean? So I met friends, like I said, was on FaceTime and everything. And by this time, my sister told my mum, like, oh, Angel's watching, like, you know, on YouTube. And then my mum was like, So we was walking through, like, you know, where I used to live. We was going to Asda and stuff. And then my sister mentioned it. My mum was like, what do you like about down there? Like, it's ugly. They're all ugly. They all look different and stuff like that. And I was, if you know my mum, the way I actually said it was so funny. I was like, I don't know, I just do, innit? I just do. And then she was like, okay. She just thought in her head a phase. And then when she started to really see me like speak to females more and stuff like that, she confiscated that laptop. You see, so far she confiscated it, and you know, I feel like she realised that I'm gonna. It's not going
do
you know what I mean? I feel like that's what parents need to understand as well. The more you take something away, your child's gonna want it more.
Right.
Like, and that was the situation. And then my dad found out. Me and my dad was not like, we're just getting back on good terms, but like we was not on good terms at all. Like I don't think he ever understood me. In general, as his daughter child, as his first, you know, we have a lot of clashes and stuff. So with that being said, when he found out, he was like, boop, 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 knocking on my door at like I think like 7 o'clock. And I remember it because I was staying in my sister's bed, and when I realised my dad was there, it was just like, I was in my sleep. So I was kind of nervous, but I was sleeping. So it was just like, you're waking up my sleep for what? Kind of thing. You're coming here, you don't live here, just to find out what? That I'm gay. And I just kind of turned around and said, yeah, I am. Do you know what I mean? I just said, yeah, I am. And I thought I was going to get some licks. He was like, okay, get up anyway, I'm taking you shopping. I was like, okay, this is how they're treating. This is how, do you know what I mean? But yeah, and that's how it all like fell into place. Like, and since then, I haven't turned back. I haven't.
Obviously, you said you had a heartbreak with a boy, and then you was open to this new life. Did you ever have heartbreak with a girl and then say, I don't want to date girls anymore? Like in that time period.
I have.
And did you ever like, okay, because obviously there are people that are like homophobic and stuff like that. So did you ever kind of was there ever a time where you kind of forced yourself to talk to boys?
No, never did force myself. It's like one of those ones where I'm not ignorant. Do you know what I mean? Never have been ignorant. I never came out and said, oh, I'm gay or I'm a lesbian. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just, back then, just labelled me. Do you know what I mean? But I went through a heartbreak with a female. I was sleeping and I had a dream that she cheated on me. Like, I'm a Pisces, very spiritual. I had a dream that she cheated on me, woke up and I said, did you cheat on me? Phoned her, did you cheat on me? Who told you it wasn't like that? And all these things. And I was like, okay, so that one there, I didn't step away. Normally, it was like, I've never been cheated on before. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like, damn, do I just walk away or do I work on it? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's easier to walk away from a situation than to work it out. And I don't like the easy way out. So with that being said, I try to work through it, but those insecurities there started to pile up, and then I started to get unbothered, and I just kind of just said, yeah, end of it, innit? Pack the stuff and your stuff is there. So, but yeah, that was my first heartbreak, but I've had a couple more. But have I ever felt like I wanted to go back to guys? No. It's not that, like I said, I'm not ignorant. I know what a good looking guy looks like. I can say, oh, he's nice. I have friends, you know, my friends.
As you said, you're pansexual, so it's more of the...
Yeah. But back then, you know, when you're like, I had to really identify what is this, what is that. Because the LGBT community is so big. There's so much to it, do you know what I mean? There's like so much labels and all of that stuff. And I just didn't want to be labelled as anything. Do you know what I mean? I just left everybody to think what they want to think. And I didn't mind with that. But I liked, like, if I'm with a female, I'm with a female. I never class it as, oh, I'm lesbian or whatnot. But now, as I'm older and I really know what the LGBT community actually holds and stuff like that, I kind of identify myself as pansexual because I'm open. I'm open to whoever and whatever.
So what would you say to somebody that is, like, a teenager and they're unsure of their sexuality, battling with it, like, they don't really have anybody to talk to? Like, because I feel like back then, when we was figuring out our sexuality, I think there were so many like chat rooms and there was like right now all there is Instagram, TikTok, like it's just very out there kind of platforms. Whereas when it's BBM and it's more when
it's like Bebo, MySpace.
It's more chatty, more instant
picture,
MSN, more instant message kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
most
you
definitely,
can, where on those platforms people can actually be themselves. I don't know how to explain it without having to look at a picture and do you get what I mean? Because that's what we look at on social media. So we could express ourselves without having to put an image or idea or do you get what I mean? So what would you say to the people now that where everything is about looks?
Like at the end of the day, if you're feeling that your interest is not like the norms, as they would say, like, you know, if you're a girl and you like a girl, if you're a guy who likes a guy, or if you're a girl that likes a tran, or a guy that likes a tran as well, I just feel like you don't have to tell anyone. You don't have to tell anyone. Doesn't mean that you're hiding or suppressing that feeling. You don't have to tell anyone. I just feel like take time within yourself. Analyze those feelings. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people could have said to me like, oh, you just had a heartbreak with a guy and you're just going straight to girls. How do you know? Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like actually take that time to actually feel those feelings, connect with those emotions, find your interests, find who you are within yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because say it like this, right? Most people don't come out, not because of the public, it's because of their parents. And I feel like From time your parents care, it doesn't matter, right? You're not going to care about what the public thinks. Deep down, if you look at it like that, you don't care what the public think. Because it's one of those ones where friends come and go, these are not your immediate people, do you know what I mean? It's just like uni. A lot of people go uni for their parents and stress themselves out because they want to please their parents. And really and truly, you're not even using that qualification to do anything. So how I see it is and when it comes to that uni, some people just jump into education, those subjects, because their parents do. It's not that it's something they want to do, and I feel like don't jump into something because it's the norms. Analyze how you feel, really think about understand basically understand yourself, learn who you are, love yourself, understand why you're attracted to this person or this sex. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to beat yourself up about it. At the end of the day, nothing is normal. What is normal? If we was born and left in a forest, we'd be walking on our foot and hands. There's no book how to live your life. So live your life. Obviously, make the right decisions, right? But what is the right decisions? Just take every day as it comes. If your family's gonna cut you off because of something, at the end of the day, who's gonna die alone anyway?
Just love yourself, innit?
Basically. Sorry if that came a bit harsh, but I'm a bit thick-skinned.
Let's talk about your career now. So you are a model.
Britain's next top model, to be exact.
Yes, you're a model. When somebody says, okay, you're a model, what goes through your head?
It's not even cringe, right? It's not cringe. I just feel like I am a model, and I feel like I had to really start saying that to myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people nowadays, everybody's a model. Do you know what I mean? It kind of takes. Do you know what I mean? Categories of what modeling is or what modeling it's. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy how it's open to a lot of people. Plus size, petite. You don't have to be as tall. You don't have to be as slim. You don't have to be as. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy. It makes it more easier for people to really, be happy or not even be happy.
Follow down in that career.
Yeah, or follow their dreams. Why do I have to be a skinny girl to be a model? You don't have to be. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when people say, "Oh, you're a model," I'm like, I had to really say, "Yeah, I am a model," because being a black model didn't get that type of, recognition and respect or praise that I should, because I've worked hard for my name. Do you get what I mean? Not saying that other people haven't worked hard from, but where I come from and speaking from my experiences, I worked hard for my name. And I guess the model, I didn't get that praise, so I wasn't really proud. Do you know what I mean? To call myself a model. Do you know what I mean? I just felt I really want to do modeling for a long time, and I guess it was very fun for me, right? And how can I word this? The fun started to get taken away from me, basically. Let's just say it like that. The fun started to take away from me. At the end of the day, I'm still a model, obviously, but I guess when you're young, jumping in such a big industry that's quite black and white still, I feel like with the modelling industry, right? Naomi, obviously we all know Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell opened doors for a lot of black models, do you get what I mean? But with that being said,
there's still a lot of token.
It's still quite black and white.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very black, do you know what I'm saying? So I guess with that, obviously modelling hasn't, the way how you go to shoots, castings hasn't changed over the years. It hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. But when I said it made it less fun and hard for me, I felt like I had to, it started to become a very competition.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that's not fun for me, because I don't want to compete with females. I don't want to compete with anyone. Do you know what I'm saying? I am me, you are not me. Do you get what I mean? I'm very confident within myself, but when you're in a
room with other girls,
or you're in a, it comes very tacky. And even if you're signed to the same agency, do you know what I mean? One of you guys are gonna get the job, and one of you are not. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
When did modelling start for you, and how did you know this is what I wanted to do?
I've always loved technology stuff. If that sense, I'm always a person that loves cameras, filming, taking pictures, capturing memories. I've always been a gadget type of girl. Do you know what I mean? And I just felt like, okay, you love taking pictures, you love filming, you love the whole like technology side of things. Why don't you get in front of the camera? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've always been a stylish, I've always been into fashion, I've always like been my own fashion concierge in my eyes. So it's like, with that being said, I just felt like I've always been the person that loves taking pictures. I've always been the person that likes dancing, all of that.
Yeah,
and
dancing,
like,
you was a
do you know what I
dancer
mean?
as
I've
well.
always been that person that likes to be in front of the camera. Like, I want to show a story, I want to capture. I've always wanted to be like, and I knew I had it in the bag. I still am I talking in past tense? I have it in the bag. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought, yeah, let's jump into modelling. That's when the parents come involved. My mum was always supportive of it, always supportive. But my dad was the person that was like, what type of money is that going to bring in? Like, that was his first response. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if he was trying to test me. I don't know if he was trying to see, like, okay, if I have a plan or whatnot. But back then, when I'm young, I have a dream, do you know? What's wrong with having a dream? Why do I have to be thinking about being a lawyer or a doctor and stuff like that? I have a dream that I really want to get into, and yeah, I said, you know what, I'm going to get into it.
Okay, let's talk about your look. So obviously, I remember you would like cut your hair,
Shave it off.
dye your hair. So how was that in your household? Because I feel like most parents.
My mum was a hairdresser though.
Okay.
So my mum was a hairdresser.
But up until a certain age, your parents are more in control of the maintenance of your hair. So at what point was it like, okay, I'm gonna do this myself? Like, did it?
I think it was quite easy for me, because when it comes to my hair and stuff, obviously, like I said, my mum, my grandparents, my grandma had their own salon. You know, they also owned a salon in Coco's downstairs in Wembley, and they also had a shop called Wizards in Acton. Like, there was always, like, my mum was still strict that I wasn't allowed to wear like weave and stuff to a certain age and stuff like that. But when I got older, like prom, finishing, stuff like that, like, my dad was not into like my hairstyles or my piercings and all that stuff. But my mum was fine. Like, I started to get eczema as well, eczema in my hair. So that's why I started to shave my hair as well, stress as well. And yeah, it was kind of easy. Like, from then when I started to shave my hair, obviously it wasn't something I wanted to do, but I had to adapt to it. So when I adapted to it, I started to really work with styles and stuff like that. And my mum was really carrying me through that process, you know what I mean? But it was good, because it kind of showed my versatility, when it comes to like how I take photos, what look I can rock this look and stuff like that. So it was good within my mum's side, but it was always like things I did with my dad, or it was always like, what is this?
So for example, going around like your dad, did you ever feel like you had to calm down your look, or did you just do like whatever?
I had an outburst by then, like, because I'm a person, speak when you're spoken to. Do you know what I mean? Big people business, not your business. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously. So with that being said, me and my dad don't live together. Yeah. And there was a point where I felt like I was really trying to translate myself about certain things, certain problems, certain like traumas, and try really, you know, even have that kind of relationship. But I never had to do that before, not with my mum. So doing that with my dad and with his family, it was so out of the ordinary for me. And like I said, old school. So speaking, I'm very quiet, very timid, very shy. Like, even though I was quite outspoken and stuff, there's just certain things I feel some type of way to speak to my dad about or even mention. So it wasn't like, you know, I was trying to dull down my look. I felt like at that stage, I just didn't care. It was just like, I kind of had enough. Do you know when you have like, I just kind of just was tired. I wasn't trying to please my dad. I think I was kind of done with that, you know, now. Because I'm like, I left school now. I can't live for you. like, or try and please you. I got to make myself happy, and it was really getting me down. It was really getting on top of, like, you know, having eczema. That was making my hair break. So I just said, you know what? Like, I love my dad, I love my parents, but it started like it was either I really like start caring about how I feel, or I was gonna lose myself. Do you know what I mean? And I'm deep down, even though I live with my mum, I've always lived with my mum. I felt like I was a daddy's girl, trying to kind of, you do you know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of his opinions really like made me shrivel up a little bit. But then it was like my mum was always like, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Kind of just put me back on my show again. So
what about, so you mentioned your piercings. Has that ever been a, do you take, when you're doing like what are they called?
Like castings and stuff like that.
Yeah, do you take them out? Do you have
so this one I can take it out, but I can't hide it. But normally I would flip it up. When I had these pierced, like, I even have a tattoo, do you know what I mean? Like, if you guys can see, I even got a tattoo here, right? And I had this when I was on the show. And my piercings. When it comes to these things, it never stopped me. It never ever stopped me. Do you know what I mean? It was never an issue. I feel like if your portfolio is weighty, do you know what I mean? I've always been a person that the sky's the limit. Who said I can't do catwalk? Who said I have to, like, do you know what I mean? I just was a go-getter. I wasn't signed. I just kept on pushing, like, reached out to, like, uni people, done, like, said if they need models and stuff. I really was on my grind. No matter how I had to do it. Yeah, I was networking. And no piercing, no nothing would stop me. And I felt like anything I'd done, tattoo-based, piercing-wise, it fitted me. It goes with my look. It doesn't affect my face. It was just anything, not even my tattoo. It's meaningful. It fits me. So yeah, it never stopped me. But then getting older and coming off like the show and approaching like certain big agencies and stuff like that. They want a clean canvas. They want clean cut. Do you know, like, you know, they will look at little things like one eye's bigger than the other. Do you know, like just little things, and you'll be going home looking at yourself like, is there something wrong with me or something? Do you know what I mean?
Wow. So on to the show, Britain's Next Top Model. Now, where were you in your life that made you say, I'm gonna apply, I wanna get on the show?
Well, so with that being said, I was in hospital. So as you know, go through I'm asthmatic, very asthmatic, but that hasn't stopped me doing anything. I was in hospital, and I was in the hospital bed on Star Now. I had to answer some questions and stuff like that, which was quite autoed because I filled them out already, and I just kind of sent off my application. And then I came out of hospital. I was going to go get water, and I got this phone call. Literally got this phone call. It said, "Hi, it's Angel." And I'm all husky, like I'm husky. And as soon as I heard, I was like, "Hi!" Like, I swear to God, like the asthma, every little like back ache, inside ache, whatever ache I was getting was gone, like absolutely gone. And they were just asking me, like, just saying to me, "Yeah, we feel like you're fit for the show," and stuff like that. I forgot exactly what they said, but when I had that phone call, I knew that I'm gonna have to do a lot to get on the show. So when I say a lot...
would you say you're aware of racism and colorism, and was you aware back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been.
So you had watched the show before?
Of course.
You know about, like, being a token black girl.
Right.
So you kind of not prepared yourself, but you was...
I prepared myself, most definitely. I would say I prepared myself. Because if you know me, and you've known me for a long time, when I was doing my dancing and I was doing my thing, then you know my stage name was Angel Marcel.
Yeah.
Right. And where do we get that from? Eva Marcel. Right? And before then, I was watching so many Australia Next Top Model. Every Next Top Model you can think of, right? I was watching it. Tyra was the mother of Top Model. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was very educated regarding how the show is, like how you gotta act, like, you know, like Eva was my role model, and how I saw it, I'm gonna act just like Eva. Do you know what I mean? But not, act like her, but
just
have
take
that
certain parts
certain
of her
personality.
characteristics.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I can just get to the bag. Just get to the bag. I had no time to be making friends. It would be nice if I made friends along the way, which I did. But with that being said, I knew I was going there to win. It was a competition, so there was no friends making. Everyone is not. It's not like they're not your enemy, but we're here
to business. Yeah.
Business. So yeah.
Would you say you're a competitive person? Or?
Most definitely a competitive person. Always been. Like, I'm not a sore loser, but I'm a person I've never come third place.
Yeah.
Even in athletics, it was always first or second. Anything that I love to do, I succeeded. Do you know what I mean? I was never a person that was good with like maths, English, all that other stuff. I'm dyslexic really bad, colourblind to certain words. So I already knew like the whole, like when my dad was saying lawyer, all of that. I really saw in school that I was having difficulties with certain things. So it was like, I'm gonna go like, why can't my
gut?
Yeah. And why can't my
dream.
hobby or something like my modelling or my dream
Be your job?
Do you know what I mean? So eventually,
it's crazy that a lot of us in the black community battle that. Like, people don't identify art or like just creative art as a career.
Yeah.
It's like you lot need to see the money straight away before you lot identify it as a career, and I don't like that.
And they see it as like you're not like, it's like
it's
a
like
one
you're
hit,
not,
like you're not gonna make, it's like one hit.
Or it's like you're not smart, and it's just like
Not everyone makes it. Do you know what I mean? So what makes you gonna make it right now? Do you know what I'm saying? I feel parents also feel like they know it all. Do you know what I mean? They don't wanna. They feel like you're setting yourself up for failure, but they don't even know what, like. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I definitely feel like I know about like racism and like colorism. I can identify that if I'm in a situation, most definitely.
So let's talk about when you met the final 15 girls that were going to be on the show. What was that like for you, meeting girls from every edge of the country and not the girls that you would see like in your area or at a rave or in your regular like casting calls? Like, how was that for you? Was you anxious?
I wasn't anxious. Well, I was anxious because, damn, this is real. Like, it's real. Like, I'm gonna be filmed.
But did you look at the other girls and be like, wow, she's really beautiful? Like,
I've always been a person that's like, how can I put this right? I've always been a person that is appreciative. My best friend, right, was Malaysian, and my other best friend was Jamaican. Like, I lived in Finchley. I was like basically only 2 black girls, including myself, that was in that school, if I remember clearly, in Finchley, Moss Hall. She was a Somali female, a really lovely girl. And yeah, like, so when it comes to, you know, seeing these females, all different races, all different sizes, short, tall, like, when I say not too short, but like my height, taller, 6 foot and stuff like that, I didn't feel no type of way. Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel no type of way because at the end of the day, I've watched the show. So I knew this is what they were going to bring. I just didn't know how the filming process was going to be because I've never been on reality TV. I've never been filmed like that unless it's like a photo shoot, a video shoot. So now I'm going to be around girls I don't know. And you see with me, I'm a very vibesy person. Do you know what I mean? I'll never make you see me sweat. And I'm a person that likes to communicate with people. I like to talk to people. I'm not a person that's stuck up. But when I was there, I had to really read the room. Because this now Angel, like, even though you want to be friendly and giddy, oh my God, this is such an experience, it's still a competition. Do you know what I mean? So even though I was like, oh damn, oh hi, what's your name? And we're all connecting. You're out to get me, girl. Yeah. You're out to get me. But it was easy. Like, I felt like it was easy for me because I watched the show, like I said, and I went there just with an open heart, just being myself. Yeah.
So let's talk about the shaping of your hair. Like, obviously we see your emotion on camera, but obviously we don't actually get to always hear, like, we don't know what's going on in your
my head. Yeah. Right. But I feel like they knew.
Now tell me, what was going through your head?
Well, if you saw that clip...
And the reason why I asked is because
Yeah.
you're not the only black girl that has had to gone through that experience.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Like, why do you guys always shave their head?
There's always a token black girl and then they shave her head. So...
I feel like it's reality TV, so they do things for the audience. Oh my God. Or they do things for drama. And I feel like with me... The way how I got into the house, like filming, I was the first person to have an argument. Do you get what I mean? Over a hat. Do you know what I mean? I had like, you know, the bucket hats, and that 3 girls had them. And then the girl I was sharing a room with, she had the same hat, but I think I asked, can I wear your hat? It looks better than mine. I can't lie, it looks nice. And she was like, I think she went off. She went off with me. And it was just like, later, I just went straight hood. You know me already. Not hood, but I was like, you're not going to speak to me, down to me like that. And I already felt belittled because she was already taller than me already. So, and she was a very strong character. So it's like, no girl, that's not going to happen. So when it came to shaving my hair, like, and that was a few episodes in, I felt like they already knew Angel's not going to like that. Angel's going to be mad about that. This is going to break Angel. Do you know what I mean? They tried to really break me. I felt like they knew I had potential. A lot of girls knew that I feel like people look at me and be like, oh, she doesn't look like a model. I think she didn't look like a model. And I just felt they just tried to get me out. And it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work. I was really gonna shave my hair. Because if you knew me, I had this short Rihanna hairstyle and I wanted to go bold. I would shave my hair this side, might shave this side, but I would never shave it all off. I always worked with something. So I was gonna do it anyway. I just wasn't gonna make you guys do it. But you guys decided to do that, and in my head, if you saw the clip, I laughed. I went upstairs, spoke to the judge, which was, I think Abby, I'm not sure, the hairstylist and stuff, and I said, can I ask you guys a question? Same question you're asking me, why are you guys cutting my hair? You guys are always, can you cut, there's 3 other girls here, 3 other black girls. Why can you cut their hair? Why do you guys cut my hair? And why do you guys always cutting girls' hair? If you know me, I'm going to ask questions to get a really understanding. So I want to know if you guys are really trying to mock me for TV or, do you know what I mean? So with that being said, they said, no, we're not trying to mock you or anything, Angel. We actually feel like your head shape would suit it and stuff like that. And I've heard it plenty of times and stuff like that, but I just thought to myself, you guys want to dye, you want to cut my hair, but you guys want to bleach it ice white. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, when it was done, painful. Because I'm not going to say they don't know what they're doing, but black girls' hair, you don't know what you're doing. Honestly. It wasn't like, oh, they had a black hairstylist there, right? But she was doing weave for one of the other girls. She had her middle part in, hair long, like Naomi Campbell long. Do you know what I mean? She came here with her own bundles, that girl. Do you know what I mean? And the other girl, Alex, black girl, she had like curly hair. And then I had bold. But I said, you know what? I have good growing hair. I have good growing hair, girl. And none of you guys are going to beat me with this one. So they cut my hair. I cried. Didn't make them see me cry. I cried in the bathroom, came out. They cut it. I worked it. And I didn't lose the challenge. So
what tone did that set for you?
I said, I'm coming for you lot. It said, I'm not, like, now you've cut my hair, there's no way, doesn't matter what it is, I can't swim, right? I can't, like, I'm not scared of height, but I can't swim, right? And that was the one I was dreading. If they was gonna put, like, that would send me home, do you know what I mean? But you guys cut my hair now, so there's no way I'm going back. Like, it was one of those ones where, Angel, you should have expected this. Do you know what I mean? You
expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. I just didn't expect that they were going to do it to me, but they did it. And yeah.
Did any of the cast members like sit down with you and be like, "Oh, you okay?" Like, was there any kind of relationship?
There was a girl after. Wait, did you say friendship?
Not friendship, but I'm saying in that moment when you cut your hair, and obviously you've gone away, you lot go back to the house and you're chilling, whatever. You recollect your day, you know, you talk about the day or how you guys are feeling. Was there anyone that you would talk to and be like, oh...
Well, I shared a room with a girl called, she was from South, literally, me and her were close on the show. And we was even close off the show, do you get what I'm saying? But when they cut my hair, I was lying in bed. Oh my god, I hope you guys go watch this, but I was in bed and they got this on camera and the girl called was like, don't give me attitude. The same black girl. She's like, she had like one of the girls. She had like the curly back. She's like, don't give me attitude. To me, what? I shouldn't give you attitude because what, you have weave in your hair and I got my hair just shaved. Is that what you're saying? And she started laughing. I felt like everyone knew that I was upset, but it was like, I think they realised Angel's always going to be upset about this. Do you know what I mean? Some was very soothing. Like, there was a girl called Jess. I didn't always get along with her. She massaged. She was a white girl. She massaged my hair with coconut oil. It was so good. Like, I can't lie. That was like the most nicest thing. I'll never forget it. She massaged my head with coconut oil on the bed, and I was like, it was sweet, but she also gave me hell. There was a lot of girls that gave me hell. There was like, they used to call these four girls, what do you call it? Not Little Miss, pick and mix. That's what you used to call them, pick and mix.
You just mentioned that you're very outspoken. You're not afraid to share your opinion. And obviously that can be translated into being the angry black girl, being problematic, confrontational. Do you feel like that happened do you feel like you was labelled as that on the show?
Definitely. There was me and one of the girls basically confronted Pick and Mix, the 4 girls, and said, you're trying to make us feel uncomfortable. Billy, obviously, sorry to say her name, but one of the girls, the girl who basically I was friends with, approached them and said some really angry stuff. Do you know what I mean? But worst things that I said, if you're going to make me feel uncomfortable in this house, I'm going to make you guys feel uncomfortable too. And I said, that's not a threat, that's a fact. That's what I said. But me saying that was more violent than what my other friend said. Was like, I'll punch you guys on the effing face, don't play with me, etc, etc. But I felt like they gave my friend at the time
the benefit of the doubt,
because she was more like, if you looked at her, you would think she's gonna win the show. Everyone was like really nice to her, really, really nice. Even the girls that didn't like her, really, really nice.
Would you say you give off a feminine kind of? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I give
girly, because I feel like a lot of the models, a lot of them are like feminine and girly.
Well, it depends. It depends because at the end of the day, Victoria's Secret models are totally like, they're models, but there's like that's what I feel like. That's what people see when they look at models. They look at like Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, like.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like that slim, slender, like.
Slim, slender, long, like. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, do you feel like because you weren't that angelic, like it added to the tone of your personality or what they claim?
I definitely feel like that as well. I feel like that. I definitely feel like, you know, because I wasn't like as slim as them. I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Just little things like you were saying. I felt like they looked down on me. But going back to the situation, when it comes to the angry black girl, right? When that situation happened, and I was so mad, like, and I can't go home. I'm around these females. I have to live with you guys, right? But I picked a room and there was only 2 beds. So me and, you know, the person I was staying with, do you know what I mean? I was very secluded. So I went in my room, I slept, and I woke up. They woke me up. Production woke me up. Cameras to my face and all sorts. I said, well, we want to talk to you. We want to film now. We want to film. I slept for like 20 minutes or half an hour. Felt like a good 2 hours because I was so distressed.
But did production have like a room nearby, or?
Production stayed in the. So we stayed in the Athenaeum Hotel on the top floor. There was only a few rooms. Like most of us had to sleep on the floor. Do you know what I mean? It was not everyone had a bed. Seriously. I was lucky to get a bed because I don't play that. But with that being said, production had air mattresses, slept on the blow-up beds and stuff near the toilets and stuff like that because we couldn't leave, so they had to guide us. Do you know what I mean? Some other productions, higher people had a room and stuff like that, but there was people staying in the room with us. So they will film. They want this stuff. They will film. Like really, for instance,
really
like
candid.
So like if I wake up in the morning, I'll sleep with the covers over my head because they will film with phlegm in my mouth and all sorts. That was them. Do you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when they woke me up, we went in the front room and I was still really stressed. When they woke me up and we had to have that conversation in the living room, because that was a really big episode of mine that I really didn't like, because they caught it all on camera. They were like, when they mentioned it, all the 4 girls, they mentioned it, they kind of all pinpointed at me, all of them, every last one of them, and there was only 2 black girls in the house. I was, like I said, and they wasn't pinpointing the other one because she had that model physique, and it was just like, if she makes it, I thought it was like, if she makes it and she wins, I'm going to keep this friendship, because at the end of the day, she's going to help me get where I have to go to. I feel like that's how their mindset was, even though she was smart. But like I was saying, I was sitting down on the chair, and they asked me, like, why did you say that? You know, and I said, because I meant it. That's how I felt. They're going to make me feel uncomfortable, so why can't I reciprocate the energy? And it was kind of like, that the judge Abby, she really got onto me. And I didn't feel like she really liked me. I don't know why. She's from Liverpool, and I felt like she already knew who she wanted to win. I think she had her favourites. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think she took the time out to get to know anybody that she, like, you know, the rest of the cast like that, especially like me. I don't think she took the time to understand me. There's been certain times that I felt certain vibes, and I felt it was kind of like unfair, because, you know, I didn't feel like any of the judges could relate to me, really. I felt like I was actually recruited onto the show because I was gay. Like, I classed myself as that I like females. My preference was females. So we're like, okay, I think that would be good for good for the show. Do you know what I mean? Because when I did my audition, in that same hotel, because we, like, before going on the show, you have to do, like, mental health tests and, like, you know, have, like, tests like therapy and stuff, to see if you're capable of going on TV and how you would act if you're mentally stable. I presented myself as fit as possible when I had those telephone calls and stuff like that, and did like my actual audition at the, like, I meet some of the judges, I meet some of the film crew, not even the judges, the production crew. I had to walk in front of them, and they said to me, what makes you different? It's me, well, I like females, and I like to dance, and I'm quite creative type of person. I said, oh, you have a girlfriend and stuff like that. And I just knew, you know, you can just tell, okay, this is what, like, we need this for the show. Brings, like, you know, like, LGBT. I just felt like they knew what they were doing. I don't think they even saw me as a model themselves. They didn't know how dedicated I was, how much I knew about the show. I don't think they knew that I even had a heavy portfolio. Do you know what I mean? My body of work is amazing. It might not be amazing to other people. I might not have a Gucci or whatever, but my body of work, I worked with some amazing brands. I felt that was the reason why I was selected to be on the show. But I don't feel like any of the judges or anything took the time to actually get to know the cast, or especially me. You know, I feel like I was judged from the get-go because of what other people.
But do you feel like what you got to remember? TV is mainly like
it's reality TV, yeah.
No, but the direction that they want to take an episode or a topic is through the producers. So do you feel like that was the job? Do you feel like that was the judge's responsibility?
I feel like it was their responsibility. I definitely do. But even if it is your responsibility, when the cameras are off, that vibe, the vibes and everything, like the green screens and stuff, like, do you know what I mean? Because you will have to, like, they'll take like 3 girls, you know, like randomly, oh, green screen, and then they will be talking, or like you'll have time and you're around the judges and you might not, like, you know, connect with, do you know what I mean? There was a few judges. There was one judge who was a male who was LGBT community, and I felt like we connected because of that. But there's so much other things that I come with. I could have spoken to all the judges and connected with them, but I feel like they had their favourites. Do you know what I mean? Like the judges that hold weight had their favourites, and I felt like, I had to work hard. I felt like I really had to show myself because they really didn't. I felt like they didn't like me. How would you say the show affected you as a person? I feel like the show did break my confidence a bit. Definitely broke my confidence a bit. I do feel they should have had a black judge on the show. There was no black judge. I feel like that would have helped a lot. But I feel like it broke me because I really knew that I wasn't like the typical model that you would normally find. and I just felt like, where do I fit in? Because at the end of the day, I've done my, like I said, I've done my own shoots. I've networked myself. You know, I pushed myself this far on my own, and I give myself praise. There was no one else. There was no role model. I just watched like, you know, the models and stuff. When I'm coming onto the show and I'm really seeing how it works and, you know, how the industry is, it really messed with my mental. It did knock some confidence away. Like I said, I'm not a person to make people see me sweat at the end of the day, but I just didn't know where the show would take me. I was kind of, I started to see certain things that was like promised, that wasn't done and stuff like that. So I just thought, oh, I was sold a dream. And I just felt like, oh, my family is kind of right with this one. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
What was your thoughts on the judges?
The judges, well, like I said, if they had a black judge, it would have helped. The judges, like I said, had their favourites. They didn't mingle much. They were on their own. Because I came so far, I saw a lot, if that makes sense. I saw a lot. Don't feel like the judges really cared. I think they're just here. I think they keep, get in the bag, you know. Whoever wins, wins. I go back home to my family. This is a quick holiday, quick little getaway. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't really think they really cared. And also, I want to mention that the show was the bringbacks. So I didn't know that. The show was so Britain's Next Top Model stopped. There was a series years ago that they had, and it stopped. So my series, Cycle 10, was the bringbacks. It was a start over, because all the other top models, like America, was still going. Britain's Next Top Model, Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model wasn't the. Do you know what I mean? So now it came back. It was like the, you know, bringbacks, like they're doing anything just to kind of get popping. But when I look back at it now I understand. Still doesn't make it right, because obviously we're here to really chase up. But for TV purposes, that's what they were doing, innit? Yeah. So.
Is there anything on the show that you would have changed, that you did on the show that you would have changed?
So when I came off the show, I was really telling my story about like my dad, you know, how I feel like, you know, it affected me and how it makes me act, or why, you know, I might have a short fuse, or why certain things are my triggers. And, you know, I really went in on my story, like just a lot. And when I came off the show and I went back home and I spoke to my mum about like what I said and stuff like that, I really deeped it and I said, do I really want this on TV? Do I really want this? So I started emailing everybody, want this out, don't put this in. Do you know what I mean? I was really like, not aggressive, but really said, please, like, I don't want this, and this could be a make or break for me. Do you know what I mean? And I wish I never done that. The reason why I wish I never done that, it shows the real me. It shows my story. It shows, you know.
But you're kind of going back on what you signed up for, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I was more thinking about like where I'm from, how other people will see it. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm not from a clean cut type of. Do you know? I scrub up well. I wasn't dragged up. I was brought up, but I am a product of. Is it a product of my environment? So it's like, do I really want to be that vulnerable, knowing that I felt like they didn't really care for my existence anyway on the show. So with me doing that, they just portrayed me however they wanted to portray me. Now they made me look like the angry black girl. Now they make me look like, okay, you can't work with this individual and stuff like that. But if I just let them edit and show my story, who knows, they would have really, you know. Because I remember there was a time on the show when they said to you, what would you do, like, when you leave the show, if you won and stuff like that? Like, and I said, I'll just make things better for my family. And one of the female judges, the main female judges, was like, rolls her eyes like that. And you see it on the like it's a typical thing for a black girl from you know, from a different neck of the woods to want to make her family live better. And it was just like, you know. And I just felt I used to go home and think about these things, like, how are they really gonna portray me? Are they gonna put certain things in? Are they not gonna put certain things in? I didn't feel like I remember I was with them for like, had no phone. They take your phone. They search your suitcase, everything. When you get there, you can't take this, you can't take that. Do you know what I mean? And they keep it, or they send it back to your house with your address in the cab. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't speak to my mum for like 2 months. Do you know what I mean? No communication or nothing. I spoke to my mum like once, and my partner at the time once. So I'm flying abroad, I'm with these people, I'm feeling some type of way, like
no one
to vent to, no nothing. It basically was very secluded, breaking down, really like, you know, like all these girls getting at me, and they're all from different age groups and all these things. So I just really wish that I didn't email them telling them to take certain things out. But either way, I still feel like...
How old were you on the show?
I was 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, but the thing is, that's crazy that, like, they don't even consider that you're still basically a child. Although you're an adult, there are people on there that are 20 odd. Do you get what I mean? So it's like...
And I turned 18 after, like when I come off, yeah.
But the nonchalant treatment that you could give the adults, basically, that could most probably handle it, like they just treated everybody the same. I don't know how to explain it, but
no, I understand.
That's just wow to me.
Yeah, it's mad.
It doesn't matter what age you are, they can still be videoing you vulnerable and using that
because it's like
advantage.
You know what you signed up for.
Yeah, but that is the issue. It's like just because it's you know what you signed up for, you can't
even like when I
go back and be like, okay, maybe this is like you can't rethink.
Even there was a girl who got eliminated before me, right? One of the black girls that got eliminated before me, and she didn't like her experience. And what did she do? She goes sold a story to the Sun magazine. Still doesn't work out in your favour. Even if I was to really express myself and be like, you did this and you made us feel like this, or do you know, express myself at, like how you made me feel as a not, I wouldn't say as an infant, but like, do you know what I mean, as a young adult, like I wouldn't get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, you know what you signed up for. It's quite sad, but I wish I just never told them to take out certain things, because at the end of the day...
That took away the vulnerable side to you.
Yeah,
the emotional
and my
side.
story and stuff like that, because now they just made up whatever they want. Because when the show ended, everyone was on Twitter. I was bullied. I was bullied by parents, like the girls' parents. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of the girls was like, I can't be racist because, you know, she had like caught a Mexican in her. And I thought that was crazy, because you have like Mexican in you, like you experience what I experienced. You go through what you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we're the same, but we're not the same. It's like a kind of contradiction. There was a lot of contradicting themselves within the show, and it really made me look at
the industry. Yeah.
So when I came off the show, I was going hard. Because how I felt like, okay, because I already knew the girls that the pick and mix were going to get far, regardless if they came fourth, even if they came fourth or fifth in the show, not even like the runners up, they were going to get far. And they did.
What's life like for you now? Tell us what you're up to now.
Well, since I've come off the show, like I said,
I see you on runways.
Exactly. Pam Hog, to you name it, my darling. Obviously, like I said, I'm a person that is a networker. I live in London. That is a benefit for me. Do you know what I mean? That's where the money is. That's where the castings are. Do you know what I mean? The agencies are. They promise we're going to get verified and all these things. Verified where, please? Do you know what I mean? How come Angel's doing these front runway shows? How come she's doing... Because I'm going to go get them. Even like people need to realise, when you come off these shows, they don't give you things. You've got to use that publicity to your advantage. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I had to do. Hi guys, I went to castings like, hi, my name's Angel, finishing 2nd place on Britain's Next Top Model, etc, etc. A lot of the agents they're like, that's a bit tacky. They class Britain's Next Top Model as tacky, just because models don't conduct themselves like that. They don't. But no, they do conduct themselves like that. It's not on film. You won't see going to the castings and or going to fashion weekend. Do you know what I mean? I've had some experiences, I'm telling you. And it's like it's mad, because it's like, damn, should I even went on a show? Did it even help me? Do you know what I mean? Because these agencies must hear it all the time. Do you know what I mean? Hi, my name is this person, I came, do you know what I mean? They hear it all the time. It's just like, I think they look at it as like, what, because you've been on the show, are you better than the higher street girls that want to be? Do you know what I mean? It really made me be like, right, I didn't even need the show. It was good publicity and it helped me. It really opened up my eyes to certain things. But I shouldn't never have relied on a show
to catapult you into...
or it's going to make me blow, or oh, this is it. Like, I won. Do you know what I mean? I really put because at the end of the day, I've watched... When you watch it for so much years, you just don't know. You don't know. You just watch it. So after the show now, I've done some works. I've worked with a lot of music artists from like a lot of people, to be honest with you. Yeah, I worked with Backroad G, Parsley, Western, Etta Bond, a few people. And I'm thankful, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful. But I've realised how hard it is for us black models. I really, like, Naomi might have opened doors, but before there's still other things that need to be done. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just it. I'm saying this because there's other people that are so underrated out there. People I've worked with that still might have 100K of followers and still doesn't get that recognition that they deserve. And I'm not even on K's of followers. Do you get what I mean? I don't look at that. I look at who follows you. Do you know what I mean? Because who follows you holds more weight than how much people follow you. But since I've come off the show, all I can be is thankful. There's more to come. I'm manifesting it because I know that maybe some girls' time was before mine, but mine is coming. It might not be today, tomorrow, next week, it's coming. And that's all I had to worry about, is just myself. But I've done some good stuff and boy, I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. I plan to do more like fashion work. I'm really trying to push myself into like getting some, I really want to try some e-com work, if that makes sense. I really want to do some high street brands and stuff like that, like ASOS and things like that. Definitely want to start a podcast, you know, just talking, really want to voice my opinion on certain things. And YouTube's one of them. Really want to show you guys my journey when it comes to going to castings, fashion shows, how it is, because now I've signed to a new agency, all black agency, which I'm happy about. This is a new journey for me. I've been with a few agencies, do you know what I mean? Big ones as well, and you just get lost in their books. So it's one of those ones where I've decided
you feel like you're being seen.
Because when you're with like Storm or them ones that there's so much people. Do you know what I mean? So much people, and sometimes you won't even get booked. You're just sitting there. A lot of models that look the same as you, like you said, with shaved hair. Do you know? So now I'm with another agent and a new agency. You guys can check that on my Instagram. I'm just happy about that because it feels like a family. I like a family orientated agency where you might go for lunches or you might meet up with this person.
Catch up.
It's nice. I definitely want to bring more awareness to us black girls in the modelling industry. Definitely going to speak about that more. And I feel like that would be great. So much more to come for myself. I feel it in my bones. And yeah, man.
So guys, that was all for this mix up, got it. I hope that this was insightful for you guys as it was for me. So I'd like you guys to go in the description box down below, give I Am Angel Cole, as that's what she's known as on social media, a follow, subscribe to her YouTube channel. And if there's any questions that you want to ask her, just shoot her a DM, shoot her an email. If you like her look, book her for your e-commerce, because that's what she wants to get into. Just support the team, you understand? Because obviously I've watched her journey, and sometimes when I see her on Vogue, like when I see pictures of her on Vogue, I'm like, when did this happen? Like, you didn't tell me. She does her thing and doesn't talk about it. Do you get what I mean?
Very humble.
Just stays grinding. So yeah, as I said, make sure you guys check out her social media. And thank you guys for watching this Mix Up Gade. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe to the ting. And I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.
Mwah. Thank you.